Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Today, we are going to manifest more good stuff. And today, we're going to manifest more sincerity. All right, smirkers. People smirking in the back like, oh, great. I have to be sincere. Today we're going to manifest more sincerity. Sincerity. It's a different word, isn't it? I literally was like, I don't think I have any cards that have this word on. Sincerity is of course, defined probably like the quality or state of being sincere. Well, what does that mean? What does sincere mean? And I like these definitions I found. Honesty of mind. Honesty of mind. Freedom from hypocrisy. Freedom from duplicity, deceit, or falsehood. Right? So we want honesty. We want truthfulness. The state or character of being sincere, of being genuine, of being honest. So I do hope that I am sincere. I think I am sincere. I'm pretty fucking sincere. But I think that probably I could manifest more sincerity, right? Freedom, what did it say? Freedom from hypocrisy. Oh yeah, not being a hypocrite. I think we could all improve in that department. Like, I really try my best not to be a hypocrite, but I totally call myself out when I am, and I see it because I hate it, but like sometimes we still are it. So sincerity is freedom from hypocrisy, and it is honesty and truthfulness and honesty of mind. So yeah, like I try to show up here at Ho and be sincere, have sincerity. Like we really are going to try to manifest more good stuff today. When we come together tomorrow, we will be receiving messages from the trees. Like I try to be sincere in my offerings to you, and sincere in my interaction and be truthful. Sometimes I'm a little too truthful, like, right? A little too honest, a little too truthful. Can you be too sincere? I don't think so. Okay. It's the state of being free from hypocrisy, of having honesty of mind. Honesty of mind. So anyways, before we manifest more sincerity, we only have 2 cards. We're going to hang out with a dragon, butterfly, and then a fairy. We're going to hang out with the foxglove fairy. Now, so it won't take us long because we have our dragon butterfly that has the card of sincerity, and it's on a chervil plant. I love chervil. Isn't it yummy? It's like licorice, parsley, chervil. Grow some chervil. Then that's the only sincerity card. The foxglove fairy is showing up with insincerity. And I thought, you know what? Since these are the only 2 cards that I have with sincerity on it, one is insincerity. I thought, you know what? Sometimes you got to know the opposite before you can know what is true. So if you know insincerity, or have experienced that within yourself, or is a reflection from another, then you might be more inspired to be more sincere and have more sincerity in your life. So God bless me right now, because this word is challenging everything I learned in speech therapy. So I was one of those kids that had to repeat Sally sold seashells by the seashore a million billion times because my big fat tongue was in the way, and I And I probably was like thalithold, thethold, with a thethor, right? So sincerity challenges me. So I'll do my best to not lisp it up. All right. So let's take a step back though, and take a little tangent ride before we get sincere. No, sincerely, yesterday was awesome with the tarot. And I realized something later that I just want to mention now. If you hung out with me yesterday, we pulled cards about connecting with spirits, and the sun goddess Ixchel made an appearance for us like twice, and there was 2 sun clocks or sundials, the Aztec sundials, and I just want to tell you that we ended with St. John's wort yesterday. I know if you didn't listen to the podcast yesterday, you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? We ended with St. John's wort, which was the sun card, and I didn't realize how really connected that was with Goddess Ixchel, because there's an old myth about her that she was in love with the sun god, and she really wanted him. And so I just was laughing to myself last night when I was on the internet. I found 2 cool websites. I found one that's called Balanced Women's Blog. I think that Balanced Women's Blog. And she had a message from Goddess Ixchel, and it was so good. And I thought, oh my gosh, what an honor that this medicine woman showed up in our reading today. They also call her like Lady Rainbow, and she can help us connect to our foundational roots as spiritual healers. So these are just afterthoughts from yesterday. And here's a good one. Commanding power is not the same as demanding it. Demanding comes from a childlike place akin to a tantrum based on fear it might be withheld. Commanding is based upon the sure and steady knowledge that you are part of the Great Spirit's grace and wisdom. So when we come together like on days like this where we're going to manifest more good stuff, we don't want to demand it. We're not going to throw a tantrum. We're going to command. We really need to start stepping into our power as we wrap up the last of 2020, because next year, instead of manifesting more good stuff, I'm going to be taking it up a notch, and we're going to be powering up. We're going to be powering up certain aspects of our life. So in 2021, I'm done fucking around with you. Like, I'm holding your hand in 2020, and we're going to manifest more good stuff. But next year, you either need to step up or step out, because we ain't playing no more next year. We're not pussyfooting around things. We will command and bring forth and will that which we want. We will be powering up in 2021. So anyways, start to get comfortable with that. Start to get comfortable with giving a power a place to live inside of you. Start to get very comfortable with expecting good things to manifest, because you will it to be so. You command it. So anyways, just a heads up. Just a heads up. I am a channel for divine healing power. I am medicine woman. So I really was just so tickled though that Goddess Ixchel had this like fascination, or like she was in love with this sun god, okay? And she was very beautiful. She was gorgeous, brushed her hair for hours. The gods were captivated by her, except for one, the sun god, right? Of course, right? He appeared to be immune to her charming ways and intense beauty. So isn't that the truth? Everybody wants you except that one that you want, right? So anyways, I had to really laugh then that we ended our reading yesterday with the sun card. We started off with Ixchel and we ended with the sun card, which just completely cracked me up, because she was just absolutely enamored with the sun god. I guess she did bear him 4 sons. Um, and yeah, there's this whole long story about it. But anyways, and I just thought it was really funny to read later last night and then think even more of the reading that I had done earlier that day with you. Now, the moral of the story is, okay, there was drama. He got jealous. I think he may have, like, I don't know. He like took away her powers probably at some point. But she learned to walk away eventually from what she had longed for and wanted for so long, right? And she walked away because she realized that she could have a positive life even without him. She believed her sense of self was worth more than her need of having that companionship with the sun god. So eventually, Ixchel pulled herself together and she realized that her self-worth was way more important than being enamored with the sun god. So anyways, it just was funny. So I just wanted to let you know that I do have thoughts about podcasts after I push stop recording. And even today, I might go on and be like, oh, dang, I really wish that I would have said this about sincerity, or, so afterthoughts are always interesting. Now, I would say with sincerity, man, you don't really want to have afterthoughts in your life like, dang, I could have been more sincere then. But if you are having them, thank them, because that's progress, right? So if you don't have an honest mind, or you're not completely sincere with your intentions or whatever, and then you become aware of it, you have to really be proud of yourself for being aware of it. Like that takes some big girl pants, absolutely, to realize that you could be more sincere. Did you ever get a gift and you're like, thank you, but you're really not that sincere? Or like, I mean, I'm not calling you out, but I'm just saying, because you might be like, well, I think I'm sincere. Well, really, like every time like you say I love you, like it really is sincere? Or like every compliment, I put those around quotes, you give, is that sincere? Like do you ever just say shit because you think you're supposed to say it but you don't really mean it? Or do you say one thing and then in your head you're being a total bitch face cunt? Just saying. I think we can all manifest more sincerity. So we're gonna hang out with the dragon butterfly. It's on a chervil plant. This butterfly dragon is the Lesser Purple Emperor. What a shitty name. Lesser Purple Emperor. Like, what's less about it? Is it just smaller than is there a greater Purple Emperor? I don't know my butterflies. But anyways, it's the Lesser Purple Emperor. He's upside down. Like, when I put the card there, I was almost like, oh, I have it reversed, but actually he's kind of crawling down on the chervil. Kind of reminds me of the hanged man almost, or hanged person, like he's upside down, kind of diagonal, but going downward towards the right of the card. And chervil is awesome. I have it growing everywhere because it self-sows, and but next year I'm going to replant it, so like I'm only eating from a container I know is definitely chervil. Because it just looks like, I don't know, it could be something poisonous too. But if you put it in your mouth, you'll know it's chervil. But I don't recommend doing that in the wild. Only grow cultivated chervil. It's freaking delicious. It really is, especially if you like licorice. I feel like it's like a licorice parsley. That's what I think about it. So we're going to hang out with him. And then the little foxglove fairy from Nature's Messages from the Flower Fairies. She's just like very kind of sweetly standing there by the foxglove plant. But she has a message of insincerity. So I'm really curious what she has to say. I didn't look because I like to be surprised with you. And, foxglove, as you know, is poisonous. Like they do use it in heart medicine to make digitalis, but if you would go eat some foxglove or foxglove leaves, it would fucking kill you. So it's kind of like she's this sweet little innocent fairy, but like you can't trust her. So we'll see what she has to talk about. So anyways, that's what we're doing today. Manifest more sincerity. I've been up for a couple hours because I've been narrating A Course in Miracles. So I did 3 chapters already, and I finally was like, you know what? It's 8 o'clock, almost. Now it's 8:34. But I was like, you know what? Whew, I need to do other things too. I got lots to do today on this dreary ass Western Pennsylvania day. But guess what? I still think it's a good idea to be sincere wherever you're at. So we're going to manifest more sincerity. But first, I've lit some sage. I've smudged the area. Our herb of the week here at Ho is sage. Lots of guidance. Lots of messages coming in from sage. So let's do our affirmations first and foremost for this purifying herb of the week. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our herb of the week, sage, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am purified. I am guided. I am illuminated. I am strengthened by the light of the divine. I clear the way for the highest good to shine. I am loved. I release the ego's negativity and the need for time. I am purified. I am guided. I am illuminated. I am strengthened by the light of the divine. I clear the way for the highest good to shine. I am loved. I release the ego's negativity and the need for time. So be it. Okay, so I'm drinking tea like I do every day, but I'm really drinking tea today because my freaking head hurts. So let me be sincere with you and completely brutally honest and self-embarrassing with myself by telling you another thing that happened last night. All right, so first of all, like I struggle, I guess, a little bit with my teeth. Like my teeth, that's one reason why my head hurts. I don't know what's going on. Just achy teeth. But anyways, that was happening last night, right? So I'm sort of feeling bad about that, you know. Then I start feeling like, dang, it's my week now. I wish I had a lover, right? And then I think, how long? This is me. Here's my story last night. I think, how long has it been? So I look at my journal to get the date. I'm like, really, Sadie, are we really doing this? Are we really going back into the past, getting the date, asking the internet, how many days has it been since, I don't know, February 23rd, right? And the internet gives me my answer, 202 days. So I've been on a dick-free diet for 202 days. Now, you know I love numbers. And so 202, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I just felt like there was such symbolism in that. 202. So anyways, I started myself a little bit of a pity party last night because now it's been officially been over 200 days. And I'm like, dang, 202. So I thought to myself, all right, I'm going to work out and dance and try to get rid of my physical whatever desires through strength training, right? So like if you don't have a lover, at least hit the gym, you know, get some weights. I'll just get right to it because it's so embarrassing. Wasn't I working out with 5-pound weights, and I was gonna work out the underside of my arm, and I had the weight on top of my head, and my grip was not good on the weight, and I dropped the weight on my head. And then it fell to the ground and made the loudest thump ever. And all three of my kids and dogs come running up to see, like, did I fall over? Like, is the house crumbling down? You know? And I was like, I did not want to admit, like, what I had done. I did not want to be of honest mind. I mean, I didn't want to freak them out, and, like, I didn't want to admit my dumb error. So I was like, oh, honeys, I'm fine. I dropped the weight. And they were like, oh, my goodness. Well, you know, we thought this and we thought that. And I was like, it's okay, bears. Like, I'm just working out. And, you know, and so they all come in and they're like they're giving me a hug. And I'm only hugging them, like, with my right side, and I'm trying to keep my left side away from them so they don't see the blood that I can feel dripping on my hairline on the side of my face. So I never let them see it, and I'm whispering now so they don't hear my story. But anyways, yeah, I dropped the 5-pound weight on my head, made myself bleed, and now today I totally have a headache. So between dropping 5 pounds on my head and my fucking teeth, whatever the hell they're doing, I totally might just only drink liquids today because I can't, I don't know. I'm just done. I'm just done. So anyways, I need to hold on to things better. And what is kind of funny but not funny is I dropped something else the other day too. Oh, a candle, like a big, huge candle. Like I grabbed it to move it off the table. It was not lit, but it was as big of a glass candle jar as you can get. So I grabbed it, and my grip was not tight on it, and I dropped it. So I've noticed this week that, like, my grip needs to be improved. Or, like, I think I'm holding on to something, but I could be holding on tighter with my hands. So anyways, now I really know for sure I need to improve my grip because it, like, bonked me in the head so freaking hard. And I was like, dang. And so, you know, I cried to myself a little bit about that because my head hurt after everybody left the room. And even later, because I was like, oh, it really does hurt, you know? But anyways, I'm like, oh my God, like, that's nothing. And then I was really feeling bad for people who get injured for real. Like my mom a year ago who got hit by a car on her motorcycle, on her Spider. Like, Sadie, that was like just 5 pounds from, like, literally, like, just, what is that? Like 1.5 feet, however long my arm is above my head. Like that was nothing compared to, like, what some people get. So I just was, like, feeling bad all around. But yet, guess what? I wiped up my head and I kept working out. Because I was like, you know what? I just am not going to lay down and feel bad for myself. Like, I'm going to finish my workout, you know, and deal with it. So anyways, that was also yesterday. All right, Sadie, let's talk about sincerity. But anyways, now, what does that have to do about sincerity? Well, I would say that kind of was almost an insincere moment of me not being completely honest with my children. Because, one, I didn't want to freak them out. And I didn't want them to feel bad for me, and didn't want to, like, if you see your mom bleeding, you're going to, like, feel bad for her, and you know, and I didn't want to do that. And I didn't want to bring in the vibration of getting hurt here. So I just was like, you know what? I am not my body, and I'm not even going to care about this. And so I didn't, you know, but yet it did make me reflect a little bit, you know, are we doing things from a sincere place or insincere place? Are we being honest? Are we being not honest? I'm excited to see what this dragon butterfly has to say about sincerity. All right, so it is on the chervil. And like I said, chervil is delicious. It's been used for centuries for its mild, warm flavor and its light scent reminiscent of anise. So, and you're like, but I never heard of chervil. Well, The Romans first cultivated it, and it has now spread across the globe and is a staple in many herb gardens. So I think if you try it, I love chopping it up in my spring salads mostly. That's pretty much all I do with it. But it is closely related to parsley, and it's been touted by the French as an herb no French kitchen shall be without. It is believed that drinking chervil-infused vinegar or eating the whole plant can cure hiccups. It would make a nice vinegar. Magically, chervil helps to put us in touch with our higher, more divine, and most sincere self. Ooh, magically, chervil helps to put us in touch with our higher, more divine, and most sincere self. It has also been used to aid the communication with the dead or those on different planes of existence. So that is interesting about chervil. Okay, now we're talking about sincerity today. Sorry it's taken me over 20 minutes to get to sincerity. I had to tell you about sun goddess Ixchel. I had to tell you about me dropping my exercise weight on my head. I cannot believe it made me bleed, though. It must have just nicked me just right. That was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Anyways, sincerity. Sincerity defined by the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle by Carla Morrow. She says sincerity is a mix of seriousness and honesty. Cultivating this quality will help you grow and develop into who you are meant to be. To be truly sincere, be in touch with your heart and your inner self. Be genuine with your thoughts and words as you move through your journey of self-discovery. Okay, so let's back it up here. So we're going to manifest more sincerity today. We have to ask ourselves, why would we want to do that? Okay, right? Because if you're like not sure of this word, and it's a different word for me, sincerity. It starts off with S-I-N, sincerity, which that reminds me of a joke I thought of the other day. Just because single begins with the letter S-I-N doesn't make it wrong or something. I don't know. I'm not really that clever, but it came to me. Right? Being single. How do you spell it? S-I-N. Just because single starts with sin doesn't make it wrong. And same with sincerity. So just something I'm noticing here. But anyways, why would we want to manifest more sincerity? Why? Because it will help us develop and grow into who we are meant to be. Who we are meant to be. A mix of seriousness and honesty is what sincerity is. To be truly sincere, you got to be in touch with your heart. Got to be in touch with your inner self. You got to be genuine with your thoughts and your words and your thoughts as you move through your journey of self-discovery. Yeah, so it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you say one thing, but in your mind, your thoughts are not in alignment, that's not sincere, right? Oh, Jennifer, you look amazing today. But then you think, you fat ass, right? Like, you can't be doing that. That's not sincere. All right, moving on. Honesty. What do you have against Jennifer? Jeez. Honesty and compassion go hand in hand. Honesty and compassion go hand in hand. So take care not to beat yourself up in the name of sincerity, but to be candid with yourself and others in all things. Keep your language positive but truthful. Be attentive, thorough, and approach life with an open heart. Being sincere will help you grow in meaningful ways. So the dragon butterfly, the lesser purple emperor. I don't know why I'm being so weird in my head. Am I being sincere with myself and with others? Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that question for a minute while I turn off the furnace heater vent. Are you being sincere with yourself and with others? All right. Had to wait till the my furnace is crazy. Like, it won't like kick on at all except until like 9 o'clock in the morning. It thinks like the house should be 75 degrees. Meanwhile, it hasn't clicked on all night and it's been freezing. 9 a.m. in the morning, it's like, let's roast this mother trucker. So I'm lighting the sage again, and I'm thinking, who did I give that third bundle of sage to? And I was thinking it was my ex-husband, but I just remembered who. It was my friend Sherry. I gave it to her, but I had forgotten. Okay, so let me just take a step back here. Are you being sincere with yourself and with others? Remember how it first said that sincerity is a mix of seriousness and honesty. And it's like, how can we be sincere with people and still be kind, right? But be genuine, but be touched with our heart, but still also be honest. So like if you really do need to give guidance to someone, right? As Sage is helping us be guided all week. If you needed to give honest guidance, like how can you sincerely answer somebody? Or if you do notice something that needs to be said, can you say it in a sincere way that doesn't come off rude? And it really shouldn't ever come off rude if you are being sincere, right? If you are sincerely trying to help someone, you can have that mix of seriousness and honesty that, also is infused with compassion, right? So that you can be positive yet truthful, and also truthful. And you can, approach each conversation with an open heart so that you can grow in meaningful ways and also help other people grow in meaningful ways. So I think sincerity is a really good attribute to have. And like, you can tell when someone's being sincere and they really actually do just want to be helpful. And you can also tell when someone maybe isn't, maybe has a bit of insincerity, or they have ulterior motives, or like you get a compliment and that bitch ain't being sincere. Like, you can just feel it. Like, you're like, okay, thanks, but I'm going to turn around, you're going to talk shit about me. So yeah, like, thanks for the compliment, but yeah, you can feel. I think sincerity, you can pick it up and feel it in others, or its lack of. But hey, other people, that's a whole other topic. This is you. Are you being sincere with yourself and others? Where's your level of sincerity? Would you like to manifest more of it in the honest effort to grow and develop into who you are meant to be? So at some point you do have to step into your own personal sincerity towards yourself. And then I think it will naturally emanate and extend from you towards others. But you do have to definitely start first with purifying your own mind and your own heart and allowing yourself to be honest and genuine. And I think heart-centered absolutely has to go hand in hand with sincerity, just like it said that honesty and compassion go hand in hand. So take care not to beat yourself up in the name of sincerity, but to be candid with yourself and others in all things. Yeah, so keep your language positive and truthful. That's one way to manifest more sincerity. Be in touch with your heart and your inner self so that you know your true motives, intentions, and purify them if needed. Keep your heart open and allow yourself to grow in meaningful ways. All right, so that's sincerity. and a few little tidbits on how to manifest more of it. Now we're going to go maybe to the flip side in this the violet suit, in this cute little deck by Angela Crutchley. And we're going to hang out with Foxglove. Foxglove, and on the bottom it says insincerity. So we'll just read it and we'll see if it even applies. But I just felt like, shit, since I only had one card, I better let her hang out, right? I better let her, so we had something to talk about today. All right, so let's see what the fairies have to say. The fairies are bringing forth these flowers, these foxglove flowers, full of magic, mystery, and trickery. This card provokes you to question how sincere are either your own thoughts and actions or those around you at this present time. Who is not expressing genuine feelings? Or who is acting instead of being real? Insincerity creates a distortion of awareness which can disable you and others around you from making balanced choices. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Sometimes it's the flip side. It's like, well, I think I'm sincere, but I definitely know when I'm not being sincere. And I can definitely pick up on someone's vibe who is insincere. So it's like, well, if we've identified the opposite, then maybe now we'll be able to manifest what we want more of. And what we want more of is sincerity. But it is those moments and experiences of insincerity that make us realize how valuable something like sincerity is. So, I mean, and it really does. Like, if someone is not expressing their genuine feelings, or you're not, right? If it's just an act, it ain't real, honey. It's like, is this love sincere or not? Is this friendship valid or not? And that's the difference between being sincere and having sincerity or not, right? That, because I hate to say that insincere bitch, but I can literally picture her. Like, we all know her. We all know someone who is, you just question every word that comes out of their mouth. You can't hardly accept their compliments or their motives a lot. Like, you are always questioning their sincerity. Yeah, so you pick up on it, and then all you can really do is be like, well, I don't want to be like that. Like, I'm aware of her vibes. She's not real all the time. Thank you for giving me the reminder that I want to be real. I want to be sincere, because insincerity creates a distortion of awareness. So it's disabling people from connecting with each other. It's disabling people from making balanced choices, because they're just not sure what is true, valid, or honest or not. So sincerity is actually humongously important. Humongously important. Is humongously a word? If not, it is now. All right, so the fairies also say choosing this card indicates that life passes smoother when you trust your intuition and follow what feels right in your heart. So these are, sincerity is definitely it's like, how do you know? Well, this boils down to intuition, trusting your vibes, your feeling, what feels right in your heart, your gut instinct. You know if someone's being sincere or not. Okay? You are asked to trust and act upon your internal guidance, gut feelings. Also honor yourself by being true to yourself and spending time with those friends who appreciate the real you. So yeah, this is about you, and how sincere you are. And it's like, think about those friendships that you can just be you. You can sincerely be yourself, be genuine, be honest. You don't fake the funk. You don't have to put on face. Those are that you really want to observe yourself. For the sake of self-knowledge and learning and expansion, what relationships, what friendships, what situations do I find myself acting less than sincere? And which ones am I just straight up, I am that insincere bitch? Like, is there any situation where you become the insincere bitch? Admit it. Admit it, because it's like, this is good for you to question yourself. It's good for you to question yourself, so then you can take steps in the direction of honoring yourself. And how do you do that? You be true. You be true to how you feel and what you think and what you believe in. And you be honest. And you be, truthful and sincere and compassionate and direct, but it's like, don't fake the funk. Yeah, don't fake the funk. So anyways, that's Foxglove with insincerity. Trust your intuition. Follow what feels right in your heart. Act upon your gut feelings. That's your inner guidance. Be true to yourself. Honor yourself, and honor other people who also appreciate the real you. So if you want to manifest more sincerity in your life, then do yourself a favor and, really relish and appreciate and, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you want those people to be the first ones that you call, you want to, value and choose those people that you can be the real you. And then use all the other people that bring out that insincere part of you as learning experiences. Like, what is it about this? Or what is going on? Like, why am I doing this? Like, why can't I be sincere across the board with everybody? Like, what's going on here with this strange cat? What is it about this person that I don't feel like I can be myself? What is it? What's going on here? There must be something that's not open or flowing or genuine. Why can't I be honest and truthful? Why can't I say how I feel and be sincere with them? So it's a good part of your journey of self-discovery, of, having that mix of seriousness and honesty within yourself, and of course with others, but truly within yourself. So anyways, be attentive, keep your heart open, and make intentions to manifest more sincerity in your life, because you will grow in meaningful ways when you allow honesty and compassion to go hand in hand, and allow yourself to be the sincere one. Yeah, I guess we're done. Yep, that's it. I mean, I only had 2 cards. I'm out of stories from yesterday. It's time to be on our way and do our best. Really do our best to be honest and sincere with ourselves, with others, with all the things that we do. Why? Because it's just going to help us on our journey, our self-discovery. It's going to help us grow in meaningful ways. So don't be afraid to be sincere. You can do it. Just you can be truthful, but just keep your language positive, keep your heart open, stay in your heart space from that genuine place, and you will manifest more sincerity and avoid being that insincere bitch.